Greetings, never quitters. Welcome back to another video. Like I always do, I gotta hurry up and make one before my inspiration goes away. But today I wanted to do something different. I usually have my lamp on where it shine on my face where you can see my beautiful structure, man. But now, I want to get some natural lighting, man. I need that natural lighting. I know it's probably a little dark, but then you gotta deal with it. But anyways, today I just want to talk about depression. Straight like that, yeah. Say it's one of the things we're gonna be talking about. I was just, thinking back to the times when I used to be depressed, when I was depressed. And depression is a very serious thing. If all the people out there you depressed, I want you to understand that it's okay. Like real talk. It's serious, but it's not gonna last forever. It's not gonna last. I know better than anybody. I know how depression feels. When you depressed, that's what it feels like. It feels like that it's gonna last forever. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's gonna last forever, but I promise it's not. It's not. It's just something that you gotta experience. You gotta go through it, and then once you get out of it, you know, you gon' once you get out of it, you're gonna be so happy, so grateful that you no longer depressed. It's gonna be a good feeling. And depression, it varies. It's different for everybody. Depression is not just a linear process. It's not just something that's straightforward. It's not just something that's the exact same for everybody. Depression is different. Depression comes at different times in people's life. Depression, leaves at different times. Depression happens for many different reasons. Okay, you could be depressed for like a month, and then you no longer depressed. You could be depressed for 10 years, and then you no longer depressed. You feel what I'm saying? It varies for everybody. It's very different. It's very random how it works. It's not a right or wrong way of how it behaves. You know what I'm saying? Like, one minute you could be feeling like the worst in the world, and then the next day you could be feeling on top of the world. It's like, huh? It'll leave you very confused. So don't try to find a pattern. That's the word I was looking for. No pattern. It's not a pattern. It's just it go any way it want to. Okay. Today I'm going to talk about my whole depression experience. So I think about those times, and I'm just so, once again, I'm so appreciative, so grateful to be in the position I'm in today. To be able to give advice on how you can get through yours. Okay. And I know, cause like I said, I'm very familiar with the feeling of depression. Don't trust me. I'm very familiar. I just got out of my depression not too long ago. You feel what I'm saying? So I know if you probably watching this, you probably like, oh, like, he don't know what he's talking about, or I don't want to hear him talk about what he thinks he knows about. He don't know what I'm going through. I was saying the exact same stuff. Everybody was trying to tell me, so I'm like, man, I'm not trying to hear nothing you talking about. Okay, I wake up every day, I feel like I'm carrying weight. I feel dead inside. That's how I was feeling. I felt empty. I felt unloved by everything and everyone. You don't know how that feel. Well, if you depressed, but I'm saying a lot of people didn't know how that feel every day. Feeling unworthy, feeling worthless, feeling like a piece of crap. Just waking up just to survive, just existing. I wasn't living. Okay? I had nothing to live for. I had no purpose. But once I got out of that, I can't be happier. I can't. I love my life. Okay. Now that don't mean that I still don't get sad. I was just sad before I turned the camera on. A little bit though, not too much, but I was thinking about some stuff. You know, a lot of personal stuff that I'm still going through. Stuff with it was stuff with family, and you know, it hurt me. It hurt my heart. You know, that's something that's really, you know, emotional for me. Dealing with family problems, it really breaks my heart. You know, some of the stuff that I got going on still, but I gotta be strong. I have to. Okay, I have to. It's just my problems, my set of problems I'm going through. You gotta understand, everybody got different problems that they going through. Everybody problems is different. People can have similar problems to other people, but it'll never be the same because we aren't the same. Everybody on this planet, humans aren't the same. Every human isn't the same. Humans are different. But getting back to my point of, you know, my whole depression experience, when I was depressed, man, it was horrible, but at the same time, it was what I needed. Okay, without that experience, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't be the amazing person I am today. Okay, I just wouldn't, because the stuff that I saw, the stuff that I was going through, the stuff that I went through, I seen so many horrible things, so many terrifying things, I had so many dark thoughts. And to sit here now, escaped from that is everything. Okay, I'm a righteous man. I pray. Prayer makes me strong. And I'm not trying to push my ways onto anybody. You don't have to pray. But I my advice is try it. Okay? Even if you're not a big believer in, you know, God, religion, or anything like that. And by the way, I don't follow any religion. I'm non-denomination. I just believe there's a God. But I still pray every day to my God, to what I believe is my God. I pray. Okay? I have no problem with Christians, Catholics, in Buddhism, anything that you believe in, that's perfectly fine. Because guess what? It's some faith behind it. As long as you have faith, as long as you believe, and as long as you never give up, then, you know, that's all that matters. But yeah, man, that's one of the things that makes me stronger. And that's one of the things that I wasn't doing while I was depressed. In that period of time while I was depressed, I wasn't praying. Oh, no, sir. No, I was not. Because I didn't have a strong spiritual support system, which is God. Okay? That's my support system now. I pray, and it helps me a lot. But you know, it just, when I finally, and let me tell you how I got out of my depressed mindset. It was one day. You know, I can't wait to make a whole separate video on this. It's gonna be called my true bliss story. The time I experienced true bliss. True bliss. If you don't know what bliss is, bliss means perfect happiness. It means like the perfect feeling, like nothing is wrong with you. You feel the best, but you feel so calm. You feel so happy, so good, so neutral, so at peace with everything. You feel at peace with everything. And that's how I felt the moment I decided to snap out of my depression. Not even decided. The moment I just snapped out of my depression. It wasn't something I decided. It was just something that just happened. It was like, you know, as all these spiritual content creators put it, and you know, for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna just say it too. But it was like my higher self was just tired of me being depressed, and it was like, John, stop being depressed. You deserve so much more in life. Wake up. It's like, boom, stop being depressed. Like, that's what just happened. And in that moment, I just saw everything for what it was. I saw why I was depressed. I was depressed because I was making myself depressed. It was one of the most surreal moments. It was one of the most like aha moments I've ever experienced. I finally saw what I was doing. I was sitting up here. I was watching my own I was watching my own self. I was watching myself. I was watching, it was like I was in my head. I was watching my mind. I was watching my spirit. I was just watching myself. It was like I was another person, and it's like it was like in how you say that? Is it third person? Yeah. I was like I was watching myself in third person, but it was like I was another person just watching myself. I was watching myself trying to make myself depressed. Cause I was thinking about, all the bad stuff that happened to me, the reason why I was depressed. I give you a few reasons. It was, in the grand scheme of things, I look at why I was depressed, and it wasn't no reason to be depressed, but it just was stuff that was understandable. But all I just needed to do was make a few adjustments, and I wouldn't have been depressed. But some of the stuff I was depressed about, not having a girlfriend. Like I said, I saw everybody, in school, when I was in school, and just people in general. I saw everybody with a girlfriend, in a relationship. It made me so sad. I'm like, wow, what's wrong with me? Why am I just this weird, awkward dude who don't get girls, and everybody else got a girl, everybody else got a person? What's wrong with me? I didn't have many friends. I still don't have many friends now, and I don't see that as a bad thing. I just see it as, I'm working on myself, and I got to find the right type of people to put around me. Then I'll have the social circle that I want. Now I got friends, but it's like, I don't talk to them as much. But it's like I said, it's just something that I got to do, that I got to work on. But I still got, friends. But that was the reason I didn't have many friends. I just felt awkward. I just felt uncomfortable. I just felt all these different things on a daily basis, and it just made me depressed. And I was watching myself. I was literally watching myself, trying to make myself depressed, trying to make myself. Every time I was thinking about that stuff, like I said, not having friends, being weird and awkward, not having a girlfriend, I was just like, oh, it hurts so bad. And then I was like, whoa. I thinking about that. If it was meant for me to still be depressed, I would still be depressed. Point blank, period. In that moment, in that time of me waking up, of my eyes opening up to the truth, that was meant to be. Just like it was meant to be for me to be depressed for 3 years straight. I finally realized all that stuff was meant to take place at a certain time, in a certain way, in order for me to get here. That's how life works. That's how the universe works. That's how this works. You're saying, why stuff happened to me? Because it's for a reason. When people say everything happened for a reason, a old head ever tell you everything happened for a reason? Your mom ever tell you everything happened for a reason? Somebody in your life, your dad, anybody, a older person, I would tell you, like, everything happens for a reason. They're right. They're absolutely right, because that 3-year period of me being depressed is what I needed. What was a reason? The reason was because that needed to happen in order for me to see why it happened, in order for me to get out of it. And it was a way to make me stronger. In life, you don't get strong by having easy times. There's nothing wrong with having good times. Good times are great. But where the real strength comes, where the real power comes, is when you're tested. It's when you go through times that suck. Times you really don't want to go through. But you go through it anyway, with a smile on your face, with a positive attitude, with the mindset of I'll never give up, with a strong spiritual support system, with belief in God, like I do. I pray. Those are going to make you into a warrior, a strong person, because you prevailed through the hardships and you made it through, and now you will be rewarded for that. Okay? And that's my message to you. That's why I tell you, you have to get through the hard times. Depression is real. You will feel like nobody cares about you, but I promise that's not true. Even if you feel like it, it's not true. It's just your reality that you created for yourself. I know that might sound kind of harsh, or, like I'm being mean, like I'm picking on you, being a bully, but I'm just telling you what you need to hear. What you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You want to hear, oh, this world is just horrible, and I just wish somebody could take all the pain away, but that will never happen. That's a dream. That's not real. This is the real world. This is real life. Nobody's going to take your pain away. I don't care how many friends you have around you. Friends. I don't care if you do have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a lover. At the end of the day, if you ain't right with yourself, that lover ain't going to mean nothing. Nothing. They're disposable. They're expendable. They're not going to really, that ain't going to really make you happy. It might in a moment. But at some point, that lover got to go. Whether that be to another place or if they die to a whole nother dimension. They soul got to go. They got to go at some point. They going to have to leave. If they going to have to go to work, they're going to have to go to school. They're going to have to go somewhere. And then you, guess what? You're going to be left alone with your thoughts again. You're going to be left alone with yourself. And you're going to have to face that, what you've been running from the whole time. Okay? You have to go through your depression, the whole entire thing, the process. And don't skip any parts. Don't try to do any shortcuts, none of that. Because it's going to come right back to you full circle. And you're going to have to face it anyway. It's nothing weak. There is nothing weak in being depressed. You are a strong, beautiful person. I love you with all of my heart. And I love myself too. I definitely love myself with all of my heart. I thank myself. I'm so grateful to be able to be here today, to inspire, to teach, to tell you what you need to do in order to not, be stuck in the same loop like I was. Like I said, I'm so like this is so crazy. Like, I don't know how I got out of that. Like I said, it's God, though. That's God, man. God. It's like I said, my higher self just got tired of me being depressed and just showed me the way out. Showed me. The whole time I was making myself depressed. Finally realizing, and I just see life a whole different way now. Life is what you make it. It really is. I was making it a depressed reality, so that's what it was. Okay. All the things that I was depressed about, I can excel in all those areas. I can excel even more than everybody I've seen. I can be the best. I'm going to be the best. I am. Because you see how I talk, you got to change the way you talk. You got to change the way you live. I talk different. I say I am. I am charismatic. Charismatic as hell. I do get girls. Even if I'm not currently, or even if I don't, or even if I'm having a hard time, I do. Embody what you want to become. I'm already talking like that. I'm already being like that. I'm already in the mindset of like that. I'm not depressed. Say that even when you are depressed. It's not denial, but just you want to speak it into existence. Because every time you say you are depressed, you say you are weak, you say I am insecure, you say all these different things. What your reality is. You insecure, you depressed, because that's how you talk. Watch how you talk. You always keep saying it, so that's what your reality is. Your subconscious is going to try to translate your most dominating thoughts into its physical equivalent. So make sure they're good thoughts. Make sure your dominating thoughts are good thoughts. Always tell yourself that you are beautiful and strong, because you are, and it's not a lie. Even if you don't feel like that right now, even if you don't, it's not a lie. You are. You just can't see it right now. And that's what depression do. Depression is blinding. Depression will blind you, just like love. All these different, you notice the most powerful emotions we experience, they blind us. Love will blind you. So will depression. Depression will blind you. But I will open your eyes to the truth. Okay? I will lift the veil. I will help you see what you need to see, not what you want to see. The truth is, you're doing it to yourself. No matter how hard that you may that may be to believe, but you just gotta you just gotta accept the fact that it's all on you every single time. Okay? I know life is hard. I know you can't just be strong all the time. I know that sometimes you just gonna feel like you can't take it. Sometimes you're just gonna cry. Sometimes you're just gonna feel like you want to give in. Sometimes you're just gonna not want to do this no more. I still get those times, but it goes straight back to my faith. I pick myself back up. I cry if I have to, and I pray again. And I tell myself, John, we got this. We'll get through this. because that's how you gotta talk to yourself. I am a beautiful young man who just going through some things, and I'll never stop to the day I die. But and even after that, but I I got this. I understand now. I was depressed because I just wasn't tough enough. I just didn't see the truth for what it was. But the truth is, I did certain things that made my life be a certain way. So that's why my life was like that. Okay, you gotta understand. I was walking into school with my head down like this, not talking to somebody on my phone like this. I I I catch eye contact with a girl and I look away. My posture be super closed off. I be super quiet. I never try to go up and approach or talk or start conversation. And then I wonder why I don't have a girl. And then I wonder why I don't have friends. If you the same way, it's time to change. Or you will always be stuck. Girls just attracted to strong, dominant men, masculine men who takes risk. You see, it was a point in time where men were men. Now, everybody's just stuck on OnlyFans, throwing their money away to girls who will never do anything with them. You feel so lonely. It starts with you. A girl wants a dude who's gonna go up and talk to her. A girl wants a dude who is perfectly fine without her, and he truly doesn't need her. He just is trying to find somebody to accompany his life and help him. That's what a girl really wants. A girl wants a dude who's just gonna be himself, and whatever the world thinks about him, whether they like it or not. Okay? Same thing with friends. Friends want that too. People want to be friends with somebody who beats themselves whether anybody likes it or not. Real talk, man. I was making myself depressed, and so are you. You're depressed. I understand things happen to us. I understand that. But we are always in control of how we deal with it. The worst things could happen to me right now. My whole family can die. I can lose a limb. And I can choose to look at it as unfair as why is this happening to me, or I'm just depressed. I'm just a loser. I'm just so miserable. But no, I'm not. I'm strong. And I am love. I am appreciation. And I am light. And I will get through it no matter what. And that's how you got to look at it. It's so hard in this world. It's not a lot of love no more. I see that nobody loves each other anymore. Not really. Everybody glued to their phones. Everybody's wanna, do stuff that benefit themselves. But we gotta put so much more love back into this world. We have to. We have to. It's people suffering in silence, and they don't want to speak up because they don't have nobody they can trust. But that changes now. I felt the same way, and I still do sometimes, and it's still certain things. But I'm working on it. But we gotta do better as a whole. You